You know what's really crazy? The first search result for is one battle after another is one battle after another woke? Man, why are people such fucking babies today? One Battle After Another is the latest Paul Thomas Anderson movie, which apparently cost between $130 to $170 million. I don't know why they don't release the budget, because that's a big gap between the two. However, this is from one of the best directors known to mankind since the dawn of man, since the creation, since cavemen started drawing. They started painting pictures of PTA on the wall. After getting back from the theater from seeing it a second time, I can comfortably say that this movie is a masterpiece, and easily my favorite movie of the entire year. Just to put that into perspective, my favorite movies of the year are Weapons, 28 Years Later, which are both 8 out of 10s. This one, I'm just gonna rip the Band-Aid off. It's a 10 out of 10. It's perfect for me. I absolutely loved the experience both times watching it, and rewatching it gave me more perspective into what PTA was trying to go for here. I'm not going to go into too many spoilers with this review since the movie only just came out. But I highly, highly, highly encourage you all to go check this out. We need people to go see this and let Hollywood know that it's okay for big art house directors to make big, expensive movies like this. I hope it makes its money back, but sadly, I'm not seeing that as the foreseeable future. I guess to start off, I didn't really know what to make of the marketing/trailer of the movie. I've only seen one trailer after going to the theater multiple times this year. They would keep showing the exact same trailer, and honestly, I would never know what to think of it. Of course, I'd be excited because it's Paul Thomas Anderson, but I don't think the trailer cleverly conveys exactly what the movie's going for. But like many of his movies, I don't think you can categorize them into one thing, so it's hard for any studio to market this necessarily. This movie is apparently a very loose adaptation of the 1990 novel Vineland by Thomas Pynchon, although this movie is not the director's first adaptation of the beloved author, with him previously directing Inherent Vice in 2014. I can comfortably say that this is not only the better of the two, but one of Paul Thomas Anderson's best movies. Right off the bat, I really love that the movie is set in modern day, or at least it seems to be that way. You'll constantly hear from reviews that everyone is going to say this is a very relevant movie to our current political climate, and it most definitely is. But I think this movie will be relevant for a long time, simply because the issues and challenges that this movie depicts have unfortunately been around for a very long time. Some may even say forever. All you can really do is just fight the good fight, and that's what this movie's trying to get you to do. It takes a lot to get me to laugh at a movie. Like, I don't like the majority of popular comedies out there. Like, I'm not a fan of Step Brothers.
This house is a fucking prison on planet bullshit! In the galaxy of this sucks camel dick!
However, I gotta say, this is one of the funniest movies I've ever seen in my life. It is a hilarious satire mainly taking jabs at white supremacy and the mistreatment of immigrants, aided by one incredible performance after another and incredible dialogue that really sells this movie too. My audience seemed to absolutely love this, but I'm not sure how other people are going to react to it. I mean, I don't know, people's film tastes are very different nowadays. I mean, just look at the top 10 box office right now, it's really fucking depressing. But, you know, we can hope that movies like this can be successful. Honestly, what works so well about the movie, though, is that you never feel the runtime. It is just constantly going and moving, and even if certain moments feel long, you're not disappointed that they feel long, because every single moment of this movie is progressing the story in some way, or at least progressing the characters in some way. So, because of that, I never felt bored. Man, so many 3-hour movies nowadays, and it's so rare that you get one that is this entertaining. And this well-paced. Huh. Maybe we should do this more often. One last thing I'd like to bring up before getting into spoilers is that I love Johnny Greenwood's score. It's effectively telling the story with minimalist instrumentation and brilliant storytelling use with that instrumentation. Oftentimes, the score feels very improvisational as a result. Alright, I'm done seasoning this turkey. I want to cut into it and eat it all, so I'm going to go right into spoilers. And this is just going to be a quick list of things I love in this movie. That's all. From the opening scene, we see that Teyana Taylor's character is helping Sean Penn pitch a tent in his room, although non-consensually. At least it's what it seems. When it comes to this scene, however, I love that it immediately establishes these two characters and how eventually Teyana Taylor is going to turn on the French 75. It's a great kind of subtle way to introduce that element so it doesn't feel like it comes out of nowhere later on. But yeah, I thought this part of the movie was great. It sets up a wide scope and scale very well. The look at the detention center was really cool. There's some great lawn shots. Great sound design throughout the sequence, too. Holy crap. I really loved how this was handled. But we get introduced to God, I can't speak today. But we get introduced to a wide array of wacky characters along the way. One of my favorites being Jungle Pussy. Actually, I just really love that name for some reason. A botched bank robbery goes wrong, though, when Perfidia, Teyana Taylor's character, kills one of the security guards, leading the French 75 to go run away from the police in an epic car chase. One of, I believe, 2 in this movie, and these car chase sequences are absolutely phenomenal. I love that one shot in particular where one of the cars is just driving by and scraping a bunch of other cars going by, and all I'm thinking to myself is, man, that must have been hell to shoot. Not an ounce of this scene felt like there was CGI in it. Not a single bit of it felt inexpensive. It looked like a pricey sequence because you're seeing cars getting smashed, scraped up, going all over the place. But on top of that, in these very long takes and that one shot of the cars scraping through the other cars, I just kept thinking, holy shit, what an incredible shot, among many other ones I'm going to point out later. But unfortunately, Perfidia gets captured during this sequence and is forced to actually reveal the names of the French 75. So she does. Except for her husband and daughter, which is fair. However, this entire sequence where this militant group is taking out the French 75 is actually pretty depressing to me because despite not seeing a lot of these characters, they do leave an impressive impact as soon as you see them. You feel like you know a lot about them, so when they bite the dust as the movie goes on and get picked off one by one by this group, it does feel like, oh shit, I didn't want that character to go. I wanted to see more of them. But this leads to Perfidia running away to Mexico. Sean Penn is now a part of the Christmas Adventurers Club. He is a part of the boys now. He's one of them because he helped take down the French 75. And during this entire sequence of many years passing by, I think they say 16 years, Leo has become an alcoholic and a huge stoner. Basically like the dude from The Big Lebowski, which I'm sure you've heard a lot in many reviews. But man, Leo being a stoner is one of the funniest things cinema has graced us in a while. I just gotta say, I love the line where he says, "I know how to drink and drive, honey." I just thought that was really funny, so I wrote it down. I forgot to mention that Perfidia's husband and daughter have to change their names now because this Christmas Adventurers Club is actually looking for them. And rightfully so, because we later find out that Sean Penn and Perfidia's character, I forgot to mention, Sean Penn's name is Colonel Lockjaw in this movie. A funny character, and a character name, too. I really like that. But they did actually have sex with each other at one point. They did have an affair, and because of that, it leads to Perfidia getting pregnant and having her child, which she named Charlene, but they now have to change her name to Willa simply because they're on the run. And now Leo's character is named Bob. But unfortunately for Bob and Willa, they get tracked down by Colonel Lockjaw because, goddammit, Colonel Lockjaw needs to cover up that interracial relationship that he had with Perfidia. And why is that? Because the Christmas Adventurers Club, they don't allow that shit. But this leads to possibly the best sequence of the entire movie, which is when Bob and Willa have to go on the run. And specifically, we focus a lot on Bob and his journey trying to evade the cops, going to Benicio del Toro's character, who is a sensei at a dojo. And I love this character, the sensei. He is just so calm and collected at any time and any place he's in. And Benicio del Toro, as usual, gives a great performance. And I feel like this entire section of the movie, I just wish we could get a whole movie with, this character and the sensei. Bob and the sensei, like, just doing antics and traveling together, because I love this portion of the movie. And particularly, I wanted to point out the music here, because this, like, iconic piano theme starts playing at this point. And it goes on, I want to say, for at least maybe half an hour or so. And it never stops. And unlike other movies where I kind of find that a bit of a distracting choice, here it completely works for the story. And the music never got in the way in each scene. It just heightened the intensity at every point. I really love this entire sequence where we learn that, Sensei is keeping illegal immigrants kind of hidden in his place too, and he's trying to get them hidden since the cops are going to come and look over the place, since they know, well, Leo's daughter goes to this dojo, so we want to investigate this place. But Bob and Willa have successfully evaded the cops in the meantime, and we learn that Colonel Lockjaw has had an assassin sent out to kill him because, well, the interracial relationship that he had with Perfidia has been discovered. A lot of things I love about this scene in particular where they introduce the assassin is that they open the scene with Hark the Herald Angels Sing by Ella Fitzgerald, actually, that version, which I thought was an interesting choice. Yeah, I know. My cat's meowing. What do you want to say? He's attacking the mic. And also the line, Hail St. Nick. Pure cinema. Bob and Willa can't evade the fuzz for a while, though, because they shortly get captured. Bob happens to escape through a fake name he uses, but Willa ain't so lucky, and she finds out that Colonel Lockjaw, well, she's her daddy. Uh-oh. One thing I'd like to point out, though, is that in the scene where Leo jumps out of the car, the piano theme sounded oddly similar to the Wicked Witch of the West theme from The Wizard of Oz. Let me know what you think of all that. I'm always a fan of using references in movie scores. Willa happens to escape, though, because the executioner that was going to kill her felt sympathetic towards her and did not want to kill a child. So he manages to let her escape in a vehicle, which leads to the best car chase sequence in the whole movie and the best visual metaphor of the entire movie. It's a great choice to use this visual because the entire experience of the movie has literally been one battle after another, and this perfectly visualizes that. The payoff of Willa using the secret code to take down the assassin is absolutely genius towards the end, especially when you see that this has been used in sequences before and Willa knows what this passcode is, so she can instantly determine who to trust and who not to trust. The last thing I like to mention is that Colonel Lockjaw gets killed, and the line Seaman Demon is absolutely genius. Anyways, thanks so much for watching this spoiler-filled review of One Battle After Another. These thoughts were kind of all over the place, but I really just wanted to gush and talk about this movie after seeing it twice already. Hell, I can't even wait to see it again a third time. So please go see this movie and support it while you can. It is absolutely brilliant and one of Paul Thomas Anderson's best movies.